This poker den in East London has seen some classic encounters, but this poker game bigger than them all. It's 24 hours straight, and some of the biggest names in the world have put their reputations on the line, along with their hard-earned cash. 24 hours of straight cash action gives you a chance to see some of the biggest names of the game in a strange setting. Untucked shirt tails, rumpled stillskins, and perhaps malfeasance. What a battle it's been so far. Phil Helmuth and Tony G have been going at it like lions and tigers. Devilfish up and down. Will he get even? Or what about John McGill, who's on a kip right now, nightmaring about that 30,000 he's stuck? Let's have a look at the 8 around the table right now. There's still plenty in the wings.
Well, Roland, the Wolfe, he took that cursed seat that John McGill had occupied, but it's been good for the Wolfe.
Maybe even more gambling in the poker than I expected. People were playing aggressive.
Texas Johnny Hewston. One thing you know about him, he ain't gonna be slow at the poker table.
People ask me, is it luck or is it skill? People take out, this is a mind game. We play mind games.
The Russian Kirill Gerasimov, what would he do to get even? You don't want to know.
Really interesting because people is joking as Phil Helmuth is very famous player. It's very interesting.
East London's Ian Frazer, low on cash, but high on spirits.
I'm sort of on the gravy train at the minute, and I'm loving every minute of it. It's good.
The Devilfish, as long as he's around, you don't know if he's gonna sink or sing.
It's definitely good having this like persona where they're all a bit scared of you.
Cowboy Kenna James, he's been playing on pins and needles. Is he looking for a hit and run?
Sometimes you go through hours of boredom for a few moments of sheer terror, and that's pretty much sums up the game.
Tony G, he's been the talk of the town, and he's the town.
When things went for me, I'm a very good winner, so it was pretty easy for me.
And Phil Helmuth, are the cracks beginning to show? He's seeping and leaking like a rusty faucet.
It's a little bit surreal what happened to me. I'm still not sure. I'm like, huh? It just seemed like whatever I did, I lost.
Looking at the leaderboard at this point, things are getting serious, or loopy perhaps. Helmuth stuck 22,000, and most of it has been to Tony G. The Devilfish, how did he get loser in this game? Must have had something to do with a straight flush. In any event, the pots will be big enough, so that ain't gonna matter, but the future. And Helmuth there, has his strategy changed?
800 to call.
I think there'd be a high chance that Phil would come. Oh, there's an $800 live straddle, and you've got 10 jack of hearts.
I think a cash game is just broken out here in the middle of this comedy show.
I mean, this.
Call.
God. That's kind of a tight play by Phil. I mean, a lot of people being stuck 22,000 and facing an $800 live straddle and 10 jack of hearts. Wouldn't they find a position to?
Well, there could be an amazing double in the airport today. Hippie went out there looking for an upgrade to first class. Phil maybe got out looking for a downgrade, so he can get some cash.
The fish has found a random ace, and he's just stuck it all in. This has gotten.
Well, the fish is is no stranger to the live straddle. He's played a lot of Omaha and Mississippi. He's a keen proponent of the suggestion at all times.
Not only that, but he just said to Phil, I think you've got jack high.
Jack out of the fish shed. He didn't go to one. Let's go. Whoa, baby. Where's my chin?
Unfortunately, that's not going to get him the pot.
Well, but you should get points for style.
The only thing that...
I put you on a jack eye, I got an ace eye. What do we do?
I mean, there's about 1,700 in dead money in this pot.
Oh.
These are all insurance. I think.
Serious? Let's go.
God.
What goes it in now? Damn.
And Helmuth, that's a nice flop. Any heart.
Actually, Jack or 10 is pretty much over.
Yeah, Jack at 10.
You lose 2,000 though if it counts.
A black deuce, baby, for the fish one.
Yeah, I bet on this.
You're insuring, yeah. You're betting on ace 3.
Live
Well, I
straddle.
read it all right, the situation. Got my money in the fish shape. Once again.
You got it in a coin flip, and we both wanted to gamble, and that's all right.
At least you're gonna win 2,000.
Come on, little black deucey.
Here's
for
the
fish
river
one
park.
time.
Little black deucey.
10 of clubs, maybe. Could it be the 10 of clubs?
Oh
Nine of
no,
clubs,
the old
wow.
fishy.
Ace
Only the
high.
fish would have won in that situation with an
Queen
ace
7.
three.
I flipped it.
Warwick?
I put 6-9.
Well, I owe
Well,
you 3,000.
Send it over.
I do think the fish did throw away the ace 3 before the live straddle came in.
Wow, is it really possible?
Well, that was a bit of a clash. It's probably the two guys who've been the unluckiest at the table tonight. That was a bit of a clash. I mean, you know, if you're running bad, I mean, just look for another guy that's running bad and have to try a coin toss with him.
The live straddle was out. That sort of accelerated the action, getting all the money in pre-flop. And ace high. Helmuth. I'm sure he was favored on the flop part.
Well, it was a coin flip on the flop, I think.
Okay, lads, don't forget the straddle. Get it on. It's a round. It's not a one
You
half,
know,
it's a round.
This Ulliott's got a lot of
You
heart
wait in
and
the
part.
wings, man.
How much play has he had out of a $10,000 stack tonight? I mean, he's parlayed it down to about 3, and then he's put it up to about 35, and then down to nothing again, and now live straddle.
Padraig, I wouldn't have believed it. I really
Pass.
you would have told me that I'd won one pot.
I think he might be the best
10 hours or whatever.
best 24-hour player that there ever was.
Where's, how come we didn't straddle this time?
He'd certainly be in the shake up.
Everyone had enough
Kenna, we
putting
didn't
money.
straddle now. He's found a big hand on the button.
No one wanted to lose.
Again, it does have a point there. You know, this is going to get a little bit unbalanced because some guys are going to a couple of live blinds, a couple of live straddles, and other guys aren't.
150 call. Call.
You know, there's already a huge random factor in the game already. But right now, it's when you pick up the big hand on the button. You know, your fate may be determined by whether the guys are going to straddle or not.
Pass.
Votes on it, don't pass the pass, please. What happened? See, that's...
Pass.
Excuse me, Mr.
Just takes the
Commercial
money
with Love. Well, I thought you're supposed to put the straddle on. We all agreed it was a gentleman's agreement.
We got Red Bulls, that's
Don't you want me smiling when you
Feel
fucking
like
turn
you're
the
a
ignition on that car and it blows up, you bastard. Check that, can you? See that time, really? You see what I mean? They're supposed to have done it again.
Can you
that
believe
same
this?
shit,
The
and
fish
they-
just got even.
You might, yeah.
Don't tell him it's even. I don't think.
I don't think he knows.
Felt like get out of trouble there if they keep the word and stick the black nail on. There'd have been about 800 in by the time he got to TG there. He'd have raised it, he re-raised his ace jack.
Yep.
And I slap him, baby.
200 straddles on there. That's about 12.
Oh, we got it on this time.
on it's on 2 there, sir.
Antes.
No, we've got the 200 on this time, have we? No, it's, well, what's yours? Picking 300 on the
Get
top.
800 minimum.
I can't do it. I have 5,000 in front of me. What do you want?
Okay, I'll pull it off then. I'll pull it off. He's not doing it, he's not doing it. It's okay.
One thing
Well,
that
it's
you
okay,
can
we're
do.
sending down the hundreds on, it's okay.
Look, well, one's enough. One guy does.
If one guy does
I
it.
might do it.
If anybody isn't familiar with cash poker, they spend most of their time watching tournament poker on TV. You're beginning to see just how what a cash game can deteriorate.
Oh,
Three.
Bill, baby.
And,
Bill.
we haven't got anywhere near the depths that this could sink to. Though hopefully we're well on the way.
We raised to 9.
I mean, we haven't even gotten into to the guys challenging each other to just
900
play blind till the turn. Certainly, there's always that. And look at this, the fish is all of a sudden on a bit of a card rush, Parg.
Isolate.
Like, what a great time he's picked for this.
Well, not really. But a better time for Helmuth of going to live straddle. and perhaps if Roland hadn't pulled his straddle back.
I felt like I'd been cheated tonight, that's what I know.
You know what? I'm playing that good, I think I must have been too. Especially that deuce 3 straight flush.
I didn't know better, I didn't think I'd been cheated. You going just absolute bonker, playing as bad as you can play.
Ace 3.
Free raise. 3.5 tails.
You can see these guys really got a lot of respect for
Well,
one another.
where's Phil gone? Where's that Reggie gone? Damn, I was right about Tony. He was boxing all Phil off there.
I'll do the background for you. Bum 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 ba bum bum. Bum 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 ba bum bum.
We know you like it, but the old bum.
It's amazing in the middle of all this.
Look at that. 3 on the trot. I might get my ass on the glass again. It was lucky. No, leave this one.
No, let's not have her. Let's go. Come on.
The good news is I'm in front. The bad news is it's not enough, baby. You know what? If he puts the 400 on there. What a time to find 3 hands on the trot.
This is Phil's favorite pose. He likes to.
Well, I hope it is, because he used to be in it quite a lot.
Just leave it there, baby. Leave it there.
Tony calls it the pose of the
Okay,
ostrich.
sorry.
Don't worry. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Don't in Dreamland. She's in Wonderland.
Get out and start with tune, that was scary. Yeah, Dan, just change that for Mr. Werewolf, please.
Is that the new nickname?
Any more of them Red Bulls there, Smithy? Any more of them Red Bulls there?
You know, it's amazing with all the action that's going on here right now. That
Don't worry, baby.
all 8 of these players are able to remain in the game. That I just think the action's going to ratchet up a little
Dan,
bit.
you just hitting phone for me there, don't you?
It's only a matter of
Stand
time.
and hit a bit of phone. 5 total.
Raise to 500.
Blind? You've looked.
Has Roland Wolfe
No, I
called
said
him?
you.
Phil, are you okay over there?
Yeah.
Look, this is dustbin.
Things are great.
This is how you win stuff.
You know in Australia,
Look at
we say
this.
things that crook in
Dustbin. Dustbin. Dustbin.
Kind of a shame, Park. I know the Ace 3 is very highly regarded in Ireland.
Things that crook in Tallarook.
Well, I think a fellow called Furlong made it quite famous.
Dustbin, man. Ace 3, dustbin. Open your legs and show your class.
Lift up your dress if you're going to be a
Well,
girl.
that $100, of course, live.
I can see you're out of aces.
It gets back around to Tony. You know, in some games, the question of whether or not a straddle is live or dead never actually gets explored.
Raise to 400.
Cowboy, it's your mutt.
And the Cowboys perked up here.
Pass.
Damn, son of a bitch.
Pass.
People are throwing in cards from all over the place. It's the first time. It's the first time Ken has stuck 400 in before the flop. Using the cards. It was like bullets from everywhere. Nice little double up for Kenna James on his way to a profitable session. Will he stick around, or is it yawn, I'm tired? Well, the other guys aren't.
Well, it's all about the Devilfish, isn't it? What kind of man is this? What a night he's had, starting off this session down 4,000, but grinding, and most players would save their money for the big hand, but not the fish. It was the big bluff against Phil Helmuth, and now riding his horse, the fish, back in business.
I know what I meant exactly.
You're not even skiing. You've lost the skis. You're on the bum. The pants have torn and you're getting marks, but you don't care anymore.
I'll tell you what, Tony.
It's
I'm
feeling
losing,
good, actually, because you're
I'm
getting
losing.
keys.
No, I'm losing like 28,000 in the game. I've run as bad as I can all night. I could easily be 50.
He's like halfway down the hill, but he's feeling good, you know, because he deserves it. He knows he deserves it. It's not like he doesn't deserve it.
Raise to 200.
Feel good about it, right? Feels confident.
Tell you what, he has got value out of his
The marks have been
28,000.
left forever. The scars.
Pass.
They're like this deep now. It's so sad.
150.
Put it in.
Pass.
And he's grinding it out.
You know, there's an old saying.
You know, I think Phil believes,
cool.
Park, that Sooner or later, he is going to hit a little rush of cards and get paid off. I believe that it is possible for somebody to go on a little rush in this game. I mean, look what the Devilfish won about 20,000 really quick.
Well, I believe it's possible a man may land in Mars in my lifetime, but I'm not going to bet on it.
King, queen, free. Check.
You're part of history, Phil.
400.
You just wonder if Gerasimov has come into this game just determined to decide to see if he can win with never with a card higher than a 10 and never a card under a 6.
Well, if that's the plan, he's certainly going the right way about it. You're going to admire it. You know, Phil may think he's running bad tonight, but you know, the one thing that he can be thankful for is that Kirill doesn't speak English.
You've got about as much chance of getting out of this.
It could be the straw that could break the camel's back.
Kirill has been very good. I don't think he's picked up any hands. The biggest hand I think he's picked up all night was the 2 9s or whatever. He had to lay him down.
Well, I'm beginning to get a little bit suspicious here. I think Kirill may well be getting paid by the hour.
Why would I buy in?
You know, but the smile's still on his face. I mean, I think he's having. I actually think he's having a great time.
Half the world is starving. These guys are sitting around playing a game of poker. I mean, in the overall scheme of things, does it really matter?
No. Kirill spends all his time on the internet. I think he's really enjoying this. Could be wrong. Oh, the fish has got the kings again.
You did get the impression that Kirill isn't exactly playing with his case dough here.
No. That's a good point.
Pass.
Because he's not having that good a time.
Pass.
Oh my God, here we go.
And how much was the raise? I think the raise was about, it's 550 more from Frazer, total of 600. Actually, I think it was from Gerasimov, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if you keep switching around, you're going to get it right eventually.
Raise for 2,000. Pass. And
Okay, you got it,
pass.
Pat. 6 to 1. 2,000 to 12.
You know,
See the smooth call, eh? We must have had a raggy ass ace.
Bet?
You gotta be impressed. I mean, I know it. Kirill's still able to fold the hands like instantly.
That's another reason I didn't.
Gerasimov. And it is the Devilfish. I had 7,500 here on the way up. Tony G still the big winner in the game. The Wolfe's gotten kind of quiet, hasn't he?
Well, play-wise, he's still getting a few jibes in it, Phil.
Frazer down 4,600. Not a bad time to take a break, Keith says.
The atmosphere there was incredible. I mean, it seems I've played with Phil Helmuth now a few times with these guys, you know, like Tony and Devilfish and Roland and that, and they just seem so persistent in putting him on tilt. I mean, it's crazy. It's very draining, you know, because it's non-stop banter all the time, and all they're trying to do is get in his head, and they do it every time, you know. And you sort of chip in and try and cheer Phil up a bit, and you know, and then he rattles on. Well, they know I'm the best player in the world, and it goes on from there. So it's good stuff, but very, very tense.
Pass.
So Ian Frazier's got a good chance of breaking even as well as at this stage.
Pass. Pass.
Give it up, Kenna. I'm ready to call.
Helmuth doesn't have many chips.
Press
Not much money
1200.
there.
Wow.
Pass.
That's a mistake right there.
Of course it's a mistake.
Why did Tony make it 1,200 to go?
1,200.
I'm going to fix my stack.
Yeah, better fix your brain. You better get down that yellow brick road and see the wizard.
But I would have called if someone realized.
You know what, Tony? You better get down the yellow brick road and get yourself a brain and take Phil with you and get him a hat, and you better
Small
take Phil with you and get him a. What do you need, buddy?
Small blinds.
What do you want me to do? I made them
A wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Helmuth only has.
A few of these guys look like they've seen him already.
Call and a pass.
Pass. We're off to see the Wizard.
Pass.
play aces.
Raise to 200 total.
Wonder how.
Call. 200 in total to call.
It's only one player gone, but the game is going to feel a lot shorter, which is, I think, subconsciously going to loosen players' starting requirements.
Not that tricky around here.
Call with King Jack. What is this?
What is this? You call yourself a professional poker player? I can do this to you.
Check.
Check.
You're a terrible player. This is disgraceful.
Check. 200 to call. Call.
A fish
Pass.
But I know that one thing,
from,
you would have never been in that position.
well, he's checked. As Kenna James has bet this on the button, I think.
Can you believe that?
Fish is just called.
Scary. Why didn't you
James was the Frazer before the fly. There's 1,200 in there.
Well, I'm going to get $200.
$200 bar?
Just to test your water. Oh, baby.
Kenna's picked up a flush draw here.
Wow, I gotta have a diamond to call you.
You see the call man against Dolan?
I really don't have
I thought you had a black king queen there. You got a diamond in it?
God, I don't have any.
Damn. I thought, well, let's go to the next round. We're running a bit low. Damn, it's gone, man.
Oh.
You don't like that?
I wonder
No, I
if Kenna's planning to make a bluff here.
Whatever comes down, just check it.
He would love to have a card he could check.
There you go. You can catch you down. What you going to do?
Check.
That's not in that category. No.
2 8s are good.
I don't know. With a better million, I would have called it. Give or take 999,000.
To move all in, easy call.
Yeah. You might still call it to go all in.
Only had.
The fish has definitely been the player of the. I don't know. He's got his rings back on the last 4 or 5 hours.
You see,
rising from
see all you've done, Tony. All you've done is giving him 6 to 1 about making his stuff.
Phil's in no hurry here. He's he just enjoys the challenge of trying to get even from having only 5 chips.
Well, I think Tony G has laid him 6 to 1 to 2,000. That Phil can't turn his 1,800 into 20,000.
Roland.
I did. All I did was protect myself, clean my energy to be positive. That's all.
Pass.
He's not on tilt. At least it's no kind of tilt I've ever seen, but it's something.
150.
I mean, I don't have to win the bet.
I think it's not his frustration. I think Phil is now under the impression that sort of, without entering into an agreement, that the other guys at the table have decided they're just not going to let him win one pot. And if I was in Phil's spot, I'd be thinking something similar. This is not paranoia.
Well, you have,
Folks at home, count your blessings. Count your blessings, folks at home. Count your blessings.
Check.
Very important thing to do.
You know, there's no like
Well, I think it'd be easier for the folks at home, more difficult folks at home to count their blessings than Phil to count his chips right now.
or perhaps even start counting his outs.
don't do it.
Check.
Both players have the same hand now.
Check.
And they both seem quite comfortable just to
You're not a basketball player.
check it down.
Oh! It hit my hand. I had it.
You don't have to do a bit
Want to bet it?
No, don't do it. We'll damage something.
I don't think Phil's very cool.
Very good card for me.
They've both played the exact same way.
Don't do it.
We got a king there.
Phil, try it with a brick.
That was a very good card.
Maybe aces.
Here, I'll make it 6.
You did it. You did it.
7's the bet.
I think 7's going to be fine because Hewston's
And take back
probably
bet.
planning on raising here, isn't he?
You gonna
No,
show me
he's
for
just-
pass? If you
He's
want me,
planning on calling, I think.
Okay, I'll pass.
He's what?
Pass.
He's passed?
What do you sit and wait for?
You pass?
What do you sit and wait for? What do you sit and wait for?
I had a
Oh, chop it.
Queen 7.
Oh,
You
Wow.
speeched him out of the cowboy.
speeched him out. Is that part for English or right?
That was an odd pass, Park. I mean, I know Hewston might have thought that Kenna wouldn't have bet without nothing, but it would have been a weird way for Kenna to play a king as well, wouldn't it?
Be considered somewhat eccentric.
You think that would be, that's like slang, right?
He's actually really sort of clammed up very well, Hewston. He's gone a bit carded. I think he's just sort of
He speeched him out.
determined to wait for his time.
5 off the big line.
My name's John, Texas Hewston. I'm from Staffordshire. I've been playing poker now for over 20 years. It kind of stems back to when I was a child of about 4 or 5 years of age, and being in a room filled with people who were playing cards, which were my parents and the friends and family. And I always found a lot of people's attitudes and tempers and elation was always expressed in that game. You knew when people had won and you knew when people had lost. I found it a way of communicating. I knew my uncle was always in a great mood if he won, and I always got a couple of pound out of him. So I was always on the side of the winners, and I always was friends with winners. I never made friends with the losers, only the winners, because they give me a few quid as a child. So I grew up then with the attitude of always wanting to be a winner, and of course always wanting to be a gambler. Memories of poker go back right to the early 80s when the game was kind of introduced to England, and playing at a club in Birmingham, playing with great players like Mickey Wernick and Derek Baxter, and then getting the opportunity to go out to Vegas and play with people like Doyle Brunson. I've played with Phil Ivey. There's nobody really I haven't played against. I was in a tournament not long ago where there was the turn of the card, which was the World Open, was $250,000 at the turn of the last card. It made no difference to me to win the, it was a tournament, I was there to win it. If I go 30,000, 20,000 in front tonight, I won't be running. I won't be taking the money off the table and saying thanks. I'll be playing. These guys I've played, I'm coming here to beat these guys, not to just win money. When you play these pros like me, and I play these pros all around the world, we remember the last time we played, and we remember situations, it's vengeance, we've got to come back. It's all psychological mind games. My record on the TV is pretty good. Remembering this is a cash game now, it's completely different from a tournament. It's something that I'm new to playing on TV. So I'm as nervous as anybody really playing it, and as nervous as some of the guys out there that I've been watching. And I've noticed a few of them making moves that they wouldn't normally do in cash games, or they would be a bit more aggressive. And I'm seeing a lot of cagey play out there at the moment, so it'd be interesting to see the way that I adapt to it when I get out there. I'm going to go out there all guns blazing.
Welcome back. Action here at the partypoker.net big game. The truth is, Roland and Johnny Hewston have both played kind of conservative the last couple hours.
Devilfish, did you ever
really
speak
accuse
to
Tony G
anybody
of
at
that crime.
all?
No. If you do, there isn't a jury in the world would convict him.
See what the writing didn't take off.
Devilfish is the master at speeching them out.
150 to call.
Whenever they're about to call Devilfish, he starts talking to them.
And Roland, is Roland raising?
Call.
No. Just have a little peekaboo.
I'm going to give you a stack of cards that says Devilfish on one side, and you can speech out of the pot on the other.
I'm going to write a book on speeching people out of the box.
Throw them to the people across the table and be bluffed. He doesn't have to show the bluff, he just shows the card. You've been speeched out.
She's got such a great little ball.
I don't know how 3 goes into 700.
Is that too outrageous for me to do something like that, Roland? Get him a big stack of cards that says you've been speeched out?
I think Auntie's
300.
Oh, that's a good way. Thank you, Park. This is kind of a...
That's what I'm here for, Jesse.
This is kind of an action flop, isn't it?
Like with his logo?
And, Ulliott may get some very good news here, which is a bet and a raise, which might convince him to fold.
On the one side, you have like the Tony G poker, right? And the other side, you have to say...
Hewston's bet 300.
The brilliant bicycle, I ordered a bicycle.
Raise to 15.
I want you to, when you go broke, I want you to ride a bicycle.
Holdem may have set himself for a big pot by just raising with the...
Park, the re-raise is from, but it's from John Hewston to 3,300.
The card, Did you see that?
This pot's just getting better and better for Roland.
You throw somebody a card.
Oh, that little call there. Is he going to stack up now?
Yeah, I think he's going to stick it all in.
You going back?
He doesn't know what good shape he's in. There's a bunch of draws out there.
You going home on the
None of them which
Going back to
have any bearing on the hands we're seeing. There's no spades, there's no straights. All there is pairs and 2 pairs.
Come on, guys.
Roland's trying to figure out what he's up against here.
They're going to show him on TV for one hand when he picked up aces.
Yeah.
Otherwise, nothing.
Speechy.
I wonder how he's going to figure this out.
I'm punch drunk. Is that okay?
I mean, Hewston looks...
Yeah.
Either he's got a very big draw or Roland beat, doesn't he? I mean, it doesn't look like he has the hand he has.
And John Hewston has been playing very solid for the last couple of hours. I think all this will go through Roland's head before he sticks the chips in.
Come on.
Roland might think either on beat here or bottom two could be a very treacherous position. Oh, no.
I mean, for bottom two to top one.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the fact that Johnny Hewston's stack is only 7,000 may encourage Roland here.
Could there be something like the ace-5 of spade? I don't know what Roland's
He's got a straight draw. He's got the old 5-6 draw. Wow.
That was
Take your 500 break.
a real middle way. Is he waiting to see what the fish is going to do?
Definitely.
Well, I think the fish is going to have worked out that he's definitely behind now. I don't know. He may think it's to Johnny Hewston rather than Roland the
How
Wolfe.
much money are you playing, Joe? Johnny?
The way this hand has been played.
We hope she does.
All these guys probably think that they're out against at least one draw. Surprised to know there's no sort of flush or straight draws out there at all.
I'm pretty surprised, and I can see all the hands.
Might have to make it a bit more expensive for you on that draw, buddy.
Wow.
How much you got? Where's all your money got? What's that?
Don't let him speech you out.
That's not very helpful at this stage, Phil.
Yeah. Let's not speech anybody out.
Devilfish thinking to raise. I mean, is Roland kind of trapping here as he suts that, or is he genuinely concerned?
Well, I think Johnny Hewston's already got half his stack in the pot.
You know, the both could be on.
Now Roland may be trying to see what the fish does before making any big commitment to the rest of the pot with Johnny Hewston.
The fish has decided that both these players are on draws. Maybe. This is kind of a complicated pot here.
What would you do, Park?
Had to pass the Queen 9 in the first place when he was going to cost this much hassle.
Gosh, there's 9,000 in the pot
It's a pretty tricky pot.
I mean, he can't really fold for 1,500 when he's getting such good odds, can he?
He's well capable of it. You know, the fact is that Johnny Hewston and Roland the Wolfe have been playing the tightest of the players left at the table for the last couple of hours, which I'm pretty sure Mr. Ulliott is more than well aware of. So I think he may find this quite an easy pass.
Roland's so lucky.
That's why he's one of the best.
He must have been prepared to put the rest in if he put that in. I might be wrong.
There you go, the fishers.
They might get there anyway and beat me.
Wow. That is strong. That is strong. And Houston's pretty much going all in on the turn no matter what. You can't really leave that money behind, can he?
I think he'd be quite happy to check this one down. If you want an honest opinion. I think a spade might have been quite a good card for Johnny Hewston. Now he's put the Wolfe on the flush draw, and that's not a bad supposition at this stage.
Like you flopped a set.
What's he got? Threes and fours.
How many times do you want to run it?
You know what? I put Johnny on the right hand.
You can run it twice. What do you mean you don't know you run it twice?
Well, it was mad as shit. I don't care.
Oh, wait. We can run it twice if you want.
What's that, the bet run it twice?
What?
Fit the bet left, bet back in.
No,
Chop it in.
just chuck it.
$2,000 save. Run it twice. I said run it twice then. I said it before I even did the card has come. You asked me to say it twice, I never even looked. You can play the camera back on my kid's life.
Play the camera.
Play the camera, I never even looked at the flop, I didn't even know that was down.
See if it's even going to matter. Let's just see if it's going to matter.
I don't think you should see it's going to matter. I don't think seeing if it's going to matter is a very good idea right now.
It's going to matter.
Okay.
No, I did think Johnny Hewston did say run it twice before the card came.
Oh.
Like you as well, Fishy.
I Queen 9.
Game is on now.
How about the
Queen 9?
time I saved it?
That was an amazing pot. Roland the Wolfe was, and it is a bit unfortunate for Johnny Hewston because, as you said, Park, he deserved a little bit of respect. But,
He's probably saved Dave Ulliott quite a few bucks there.
You almost get him, wasn't you?
No, I said that he had a 9-10 maybe. I was almost get a euro.
I haven't played a long session this for a long time because I've been playing a lot of tournament play, so This was tiring. I did find this hard. It was a grind, and towards the end, especially the one mistake I made was horrendous. I mean, I read my cards totally wrong. Never done that before, so then I knew that things were wrong.
Fish, you got one
I'm
free
tired,
hand here.
I'm winning. Why do I have to stay?
You got one
I'm
free
going to
hand.
stay because you were stuck.
Just
all
take
you
a
want to
look.
do
You
is
got
shout
one
your
free
big
hand.
mouth off. I've had enough. I'm going. I always enjoy myself. Love having a bit of fun, you know. I mean, I've been playing the banjo, making a fool of myself and stuff, and yeah, I was enjoying myself. You could have a bit of a laugh, ain't you? I mean, I got a little bit of hot in there a couple of times where I could have easily knocked somebody out, but yeah, I'm okay. Cool.
Welcome back, Gerasimov, proving a great man for the comeback story. He's still stuck, but he's won. Oh Lord, about 5,000-6,000 back. And Roland the Wolfe now the big winner. This game might not be five-handed for long. Phil Curtis in the wings, but is he fresh or fresh meat?
Well, the thing is, I mean, I've been playing all night too. I just haven't been playing here. I just came from a tournament and then a cash game at one of the casinos in town. So, you know, I've been playing actually longer than this game's been going and been up all day. So I'm just as tired, and you know, maybe I'm coming into this game fresh, but I'm by no means fresh.
Steady. Come on, Phil.
All right, deal me in.
Go get him.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
I'm from here.
What do you want? You want to take me on? What are you doing? Tell me. You want to rob me or what?
You're starting on me already?
No, did you come to rob me? What are you doing here?
He's spitting now.
Do you belong here? Do you think you belong in the
Should I leave? Do you
No,
belong
I'm
in this
just asking
table?
you. What's your name?
Welcome.
Phil. Good to meet you.
You're stupid. You are stupid. I'm going to take all your money.
Oh, okay.
You're stupid. You're stupid.
Most likely, most likely.
Look at this. I'm spitting tomato.
My God, he's spitting now.
Spitting tomato.
Enjoy it.
You're a stupid, stupid man, and you'll be very, very sorry and very
blacks?
sore.
To what? Okay. All right.
Wait, who taught you poker?
So it's completely. I learned everything from you, man.
Why are you so stupid to play? Tell me. He wants you out because he doesn't want me to get even. No, I want you to get in. I want you to win. I don't want you to get in. I want you to win.
Wouldn't that be something to come in at like 19.6?
Where's the 200?
Like
Yeah,
raise
really.
greens. Yeah, put a handful of greens in.
Just for that.
There you go, your chance.
450.
We raised to 450.
Is that all in?
Yeah.
Why didn't you have any money?
All
Wow,
in.
Phil.
Pass.
This is poker at its finest.
Call.
Put everything in and hope.
I'm only trying to.
Pass. Sorry, can I just confirm how much you've bought in for?
5,000.
5,000. You got that?
Watch this.
Call.
Raise.
Raise.
Baby. You might have me beat, but at least I get a heads up.
Why are you guys doing this to me? I don't know. Unbelievable. Let's move all in.
Okay.
1,000 more.
God, this pot's gotten up to 2,000.
I thought you might have a huge hand. But when you just call, I know I got you well beat.
You know, there's.
Call.
Jeez, there's there's a new guy in there.
What do you think? I'm here to give my chips away to you.
You're gonna go broke. Are you gonna go broke with queens here, Kenna?
You think I'm here to give my chips away to you?
This could be the hand.
I know we've been up a long time too, but this pot has gotten quite big here.
I'll show you.
I'm kind of curious to find out if there's a bit of flop yet.
I think that the last time I saw that guy was on one of those TV chef shows.
I show weakness right off the top.
Checking the door.
Well, Kenna James has gotten himself very involved here with the Jack 8. Perhaps a little deeper than he thought. Helmuth must be all in.
Look at this action I gave him.
He
What's this
only had $500 to start with. And
You got ace jack rolling, you got me.
the Jack 8 is in brilliant shape against the Jack 7.
Steal the cards.
Oh, come on, Roland, show your hand.
Show your
What are
hand.
you talking about?
Come on, please. We've always been showing
Yeah.
hands. Come on,
No,
Roland.
This is
what do you
gonna
mean
be
come
hard
on?
for
What do you
Kenna
mean come
James
on?
to take.
You think I'm...
I mean, Helmuth's only in for 1,500. You know?
Well, we can ask. It's a called hand, so we're going to ask.
There's a 3,500 side pot or so that Kenna James is going to realize he had the Wolfe drawing nearly dead to.
Thanks a lot.
Well, you live and learn.
Well, that'll make Kenna feel a little bit better. The 3-outer. It's not going to make Phil feel very good.
I took him out. You happy now?
Thank you. How did you play that hand? Oh, what's
And
And I'd like to explain to you exactly what happened there, but I haven't got a clue.
I took him out.
there's some shocked
full
silence
50 in.
going along. Kenna James
Rebuy. All right.
on quite a bit there, and Helmuth is
I gave you the protection, but the
busted
deck
again.
gave you none.
$5,000.
The
You're
game
showing
is
a big blind, Roland?
the game is in a transitional
25
period
more,
part,
please.
but it's adapting pretty well. I mean, you know, there were some people who questioned the life and heart of this game.
You
It's,
were wrong, though. It did come.
when it's
You
got
were wrong.
a steady beat all of a sudden. It's
Call.
a strange animal, but it's certainly living.
Okay, I tell you. Now it's the pivotal statement.
Just saying 3-way, the limper in the
I surrender
blinds.
to the universe. I surrender. I do. I surrender. Obviously, the universe is planned.
Oh,
It's
that's,
just schemed against me, and so I now surrender. I'm in
200.
total control of the universe now.
That's deep.
Looks like I'm gonna get sucked right on down quickly. But I
9
tell you
out
this
there.
I hope
much,
this isn't the same universe we're living in.
I am quitting.
I'll tell you one thing.
Forever?
I mean, aside from everything else that's happening, I mean, Phil is playing his new money very, very well. He's only lost about $25 off it so far.
Well, he must feel like he's winning. I mean, he's got the biggest stack in front of him that he's had for a few hours now. He might even be thinking about going out to buy something.
No, you
Let me
can't,
tell
you
you the
can't
good
win.
news.
You,
The bicycle's on the way here for you to...
Listen, we certainly have
well,
enough.
it comes Queen Jack 3, and you have the 10-7 offsuit, and I slow play the queens, and you bet all 3 streets. You have
free on TV.
Phil has gotten a lot more animated. He's got a lot more flexibility with his stack now. The call, he was just down to calling all in and folding, and
King of diamonds to bluff.
Might be brutal, but I guess...
And he also knows, Padraig's also telling him I'm going to insta-call you on the end if any blank comes. But you don't know that, because I haven't put a single raise in the whole hand.
You might be dreaming just a little bit.
I like dreaming.
Small blind.
You're in that wonderland. I told you you're in that wonderland.
I think the most astute thing you said in reference to Phil's strategy against Tony G is that if the dark check is in effect, he should also call in the dark.
Give Phil the money. He wins the lot. Take it down.
It's a strategy that isn't without a few weaknesses.
On this particular evening, it probably would have had Phil even by now. Could be just one of those anomalies in time and space, but
Sometimes it's on you, and sometimes it's really on you.
Put it down. Kirill, please put it down. No.
Oh.
Just put it downstairs. Come on, guys. Just put it down.
I mean, it is true that Phil's made some great laydowns tonight, but
Phil's play has been a shambles.
You've struggled.
he has allowed others to bluff him as well.
It's not every day that you can be outclassed by Tony G.
Sometimes you get the bear and sometimes you don't.
Getting outclassed, either getting bluffed out, paying off.
225 in total.
And
Pass.
don't know much about this Phil Curtis, but I dare say we're going to know a lot more about him pretty soon.
175 more.
Would not be difficult.
As far as annoyance goes, you're not even a mosquito.
The first, well, his name has been a big gap.
I'd like to guess the first thing we're going to find out about him is if he brought more than $5,000 with him.
Pretty cruel introduction to the game. You sit down there, pick up a pair of jacks, and sit there minding your own business and hit 3 of them on the river.
You can trust him.
One jack's been enough to win quite a few pots tonight. This poor guy's lost with 3 of them.
This whole just in the rest right here, just in the palm of my hand.
12.
Oh, you mean he's a nobody?
No.
I bet blind.
That's how powerful I am. But he gets
Oh.
it. You don't get it. You're young.
Tony G has
He gets it.
bet in the dark.
But luckily for you guys, I'm the
Gerasimov
gentlest giant ever.
Choose one?
I moan and groan a
sort of
little
exceeding
bit,
to
but
the clubs,
I
represented
love
on the
you guys
board.
too, so.
Flop nuts.
Gus doesn't even understand odds.
You're always nuts.
Not sometimes second nuts, you see.
Tony G's ahead $17,200, Parg. I'd like to think he's won over $20,000 with bluffs on the river. I mean,
that has been his modus operandi over the years.
so with Tony G adding to his stack, the cowboy on the break.
Well, it's about 11 or 12 hours, and see, this is what you look like after work. You know, the game can beat you up a little bit, you know, but I feel actually a lot better than I'm sure Phil feels or John McGill, you know. These guys have lost like 30,000 or something.
If this was a boxing match, it would have been stopped long ago. Helmuth looking like Jerry Cooney, while Tony G is Larry Holmes. When will Phil send up the white flag? He's Sherman running through Georgia, and right now there is no end in sight. What's the difference between tournaments and cash games? Well, Tony G, for one, who's been putting on a masterclass. It all got started in the early hours. I mean, Phil Helmuth livened things up, but when Tony G sat down, it was get out of the muck.
Like 5 people shouldn't be on this table. Out! Let's go.
Was I in that fight?
No.
Sit down, donkey.
Now, the rules. It's all changing now. Every hand you play, okay? You don't play 3 hands out the door. And a kick up your bum as you go out. Every hand, everyone plays, okay?
There was little doubt that from that point forward, Tony G would be the king of the table. But things may change again because standing to fill one of those empty seats, the governor himself, Barry Hearn.
There is no one who's a certainty in poker. The cards make people look idiots, and some of them heroes.
Barry Hearn waiting for his chance to be a hero. But will the cards allow it? Will Tony G? Plenty of play left when we return to the
partypoker.net big game.